Good morning, Infinity. Good to have y'all out. What are y'all doing? Are you lighting your incense? Are you getting your crystals, or you're getting your candles, or you're getting your room in order? You're assembling the kids, whatever it may be. I'm Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr. I'm the Chief Spiritual Officer at the Infinity Fellowship, and I want to welcome you to Yoga Sunday. This is Yoga Sunday, and this Yoga Sunday, we're focusing on the energy of the third eye. So for those of you who have been dealing with intuition issues, for those of you who have been dealing with insight issues, we invite you to set it up and to get on the mat today, to join us from home, wherever you are, your hotel room. Some people are joining us from their phones in the park. It's a wonderful day in Nashville, Tennessee, where the Infinity Center is, and I want to welcome you in. We're setting the tone in the space today for you to participate with us. So go ahead and use this moment, whether live or on the replay, to clear a space in your home. Some of you put us up on YouTube or on Facebook on the big screen, and you enjoy Yoga Sunday. I encourage you, even if you tuned in and forgot that the fourth Sunday is always Yoga Sunday, throw on some shorts or some jogging pants. If you're home, throw on whatever you want to throw on. That's the beauty of coming in live like this. You get to be your authentic self. Do what you do to prepare, and join us for an awesome Yoga Sunday. I'll see you in a minute. Good morning, Infinity. Welcome to Yoga Sunday. How you feeling, huh? I hope you're feeling good. I know you're feeling good. And even if you're not feeling the best, you're going to feel good after today. And you should feel good because you at least made it here. Yoga, in the purest definition, is about coming to the mat, being a yes, showing up today. So I'm going to invite you to begin to find that stillness space. We're going to get on the mat in a meditative way and in a movement-based way in just a few minutes. But for right now, just take a couple of deep breaths with me. I know that the world has been something this week. I know the world has been something else. I'm glad I got Sister Kanitha here with me today in the space. Got Sister Alicia here today in the space. And I'm mostly glad I got you today in the space with all of us. And all of us are indeed together. So take a few good deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Continue to breathe like this. With each inhale, feel the fullness in your body. With each exhale, allow yourself to empty more completely. Allow yourself to lose the tension that's in your neck and your shoulders. Release the tension in your body and just give in to the right now. Go ahead and close your eyes. And briefly release the anxiousness about tomorrow, the regretfulness about yesterday, and instead just embrace the right now. And the right now is the divine breath. It is the gift of life. It is the gift of sitting in this present reality. It is the gift of releasing judgment. It is the gift of releasing self-criticism. It is the gift of releasing the need to control others or to control circumstances. It is the freedom of letting go. Embracing this centered space today. Feeling the goodness. Feeling the stillness. Embracing the joy. As we all are aligned throughout the world by the gift of breathing consciously, we invite all eyes that are not closed to be closed at this time, all heads to be bowed, and all hearts to be open as we assume the prayer moment, as we engage this moment to connect with the God of our acceptance and understanding. Focus on that God energy, that God force energy right now, that God power energy. Sit in the delight of it for just a few breaths. How good has your higher power been to you this week? All wise, all powerful, all loving God, speak on behalf of the many who have tuned in live and on the replay today to join in this weekly celebration that we call the Infinity Fellowship. We give thanks in this moment for a place of growth, for a place of love, for a space of not just toleration, but affirmation. We give thanks for the lessons that we will learn today. We give thanks for the technology that we have that allows us to reach people globally. We give thanks for the community of people who make up the core of consciousness and the apex of authenticity. And we give thanks, most importantly, for being here today in your divine presence. We give thanks to you today for blessing us to get up this morning. We thank you for your power that is so infinite, we can only perceive you by different names, and yet we can celebrate knowing you with one energy. And I give thanks today for the people who showed up to make the choice to be healthy. Thank you for the people who come into this space from all faith traditions, from all beliefs, from all practices, who feel this spirit of community. I give thanks for 7 whole and amazing years of growth, evolution, and expansion and enlightenment. And I give thanks for the physical presence of those who came into this space with us today, who are willing to put their bodies in a space to encourage others, and in so doing, encourage themselves. Keep us forever in your path, in alignment with the words that you speak into our spirits, directly through friends and through strangers. We proclaim these things in gratitude and thanksgiving, and so it is. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Deep breath in, exhale, let it go. This part of the portal is open. It's now time for us to prepare for our libations, and so it is. I love the chords of that song. I'm grateful in this moment. As we begin to pour our libations, I'm grateful for you showing up today. I'm grateful that we are here standing on the shoulders of those who have come before, and I'm grateful that we have an opportunity through the pouring of libations to share this energy together. You know, there is a word that the great and late George Lockett, who's a community activist and seminal figure in the medical and dental community here in Nashville, used to say. He used to tell his kids all the time, he used to say, whatever you're going through, I want you to pause for a moment and think about what your ancestors went through. And I guarantee you, what you're going through is heavy, but it's not what they faced. So I want you to give thanks and be grateful. So for those who bled, suffered, struggled, made it through some hard times, those people had dreams in their third eyes. They had visions in their third eyes. They had freedom in their minds. They had love in their minds. They had power in their minds. And guess what? The image in their minds, it was you. It was me. And the image of you and me was what gave them hope during the darkest times. Just like the images of our children and their success gives us that same energy. We pause to pour libations to recognize those who have gone before. When we pause to recognize them, we are saying, we remember. And as we remember, we are saying that we respect, we are saying that we embrace, we are saying that we recognize We got an awesome responsibility in this world to live life fully, to live it more abundantly. And so I invite you, as you remember the names of your ancestors, to go ahead and type them into the chat box or to call their names aloud with us here in the space. As we pour the water, which represents the living, into the earth that represents where our physical bodies emerge from, where they shall return. We recognize that there is no death, there's only transition. So we pour today to honor those who have transcended into life after life. And we invite you to call their names aloud with us as we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this house of spirit, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors around the world and throughout the universe, Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, divine source and all creation, Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity, Ashe. We pour today to the energies of the north, which provide our direction, Ashe. We pour to the energies of the south that gives us our remembrance, Ashe. We pour to the energy of the east and the rising sun, the energy of being reminded that no matter how dark the night was, the sun has come, Ashe. A brand new day. We pour to the energy of the west, the trading off of the sun with the replacement of the moon in our perception, the lunar energies of the divine feminine, the space of goodness and nurturing, Ashe. We pour to the ground below us as we are rooted in who we are and proud of who we are. No matter what our race, ethnicity, shade, background, we're all brought together in this moment, Ashe. We pour to the energy above of the heavens, that energy that gives us the space of our dreams, the dreams that equal our divine purpose and bring us into a space of alignment with our highest self, Ashe. And to the space where all of these paths intersect, the space that lives within us and emerges without, the space of the heart, Ashe. As we call our names aloud for the next few pours, we invite you to just feel the consciousness of those who pop into your space, and let's invite them to the table today, Ashe. To the children in the womb, in the world, and yet unborn, Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. And so it is. Gratitude moment. Good morning, Infinity. Say it with me at home. Good morning, Infinity. Good morning. Good to see y'all in the house today. I see everybody starting to come into the room. We're starting to see all of the energy that are coming into the space today. We've got Michelle coming in from Texas. We got Angie Bartlett Treese coming in from Murfreesboro. We got Cindy coming in from Virginia. Good to see. We all got to catch up in this space today. Brother Earl is in the house from Baltimore, Maryland. We've got, oh my gosh, we got Tyrone coming in the house today on the mat. We got Robin from Manville, Texas. We got Dr. Patty Cheek and Ron coming in. Come on, y'all. Let's get in the room. Tag some people that you know you want to participate in today's Yoga Sunday. Go ahead and hit them up. Let them know. You can like us on Facebook. Make sure you do that. And subscribe on YouTube. That way you get your notifications. This is a moment to be grateful. It is a day of gratitude. So what we're going to do is we're going to say and sing good morning to you. And while we're doing that, we're going to ask you to let us know who you are or where you're where you're watching Infinity from, and one thing that you're grateful for. Give us one thing that you're grateful for. Like it says on the screen, generate gratitude. Type something you are grateful for right there. If you do that, you're going to see this field of energy begin to expand from around the world. And it's going to envelop everybody. So do share one thing you're grateful for today in the chat box. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 a da 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 a da 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 a good morning. Oh yeah. Good morning today. I'm Reverend Jeff. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm grateful to be here today. Grateful we made it in. Grateful we started on time. And I'm grateful that my son took one of his first solo road trips and made it back safely. I'm grateful that he's going to be drinking water a lot more this week. Can't be crossing people over and not be ready for what's coming in there. But I'm grateful. And I'm grateful that we're joined together in this space today. So let's go and see who we've got. We've got Rodriana in the house. Celicia and Rodriana are in Austin, Texas. They're in the Austin city limits, y'all. Grateful for sticking with my boundaries and my discipline. Sister Angie is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I'm grateful for spirit and the opportunity to live life in alignment. Sister Whitting Nobles is in the spot, and I believe she's in the spot from Rwanda. I believe that's our wedding with Rwanda, right? We got global consciousness in the space today. She is in the space, grateful for life. Cindy is in the house from Virginia. She is grateful for peace of mind. Isn't that awesome? Akua is in the house. She is grateful, and she says, Jai, young Jai, what's up, man? You on the mat with us today, brother? Come on, let's do this thing. He's grateful for abundance. We're speaking that for you, for both of you all the exciting things that are happening in your world down in the ATL. So we're grateful for you in the space. Michelle, grateful for Rev Jeff. I'm grateful for you. Heart to heart. Bless my soul and help me with an important decision. I'm in alignment and ready for the flow of greatness. That's what we're here for, sister. It's great to connect with you yesterday. Thanks for making the call and connecting. And thanks for walking in your purpose, right? Thanks for doing what you do. And what you do is your business. And we're glad that we're able to connect on that. And again, thanks for joining us, and thanks for being a part of Infinity. All of you, you're a part of Infinity, and that's what the fellowship is about, the communal part of spirituality. We know you've been out there practicing it on your own and getting things in the house and doing meditation and prayer and maybe getting your family in. But it is nice to also have a community of people who don't think you're strange for walking in who you are. That's the beauty. 7 years into this, and we're grateful. All right, we've got Dr. KJ in the house. Dr. KJ. New York City is in the house on the mats today. Putting that in there, Dr. KJ Fiskite coming up in the space. Grateful for love. We're grateful for you too. Yes, Kigali, Rwanda. I see you, Wendy. We're in the house. Hillary is grateful for special friend Amber and making A's and B's in school. Hillary, we're grateful to have you with us on the mat today. Get Madra, put her on the mat today. Send her a text, say, hey, look, we need to stretch this out. Congratulations, because the standing ovations come next week with our more regular services. Actually, fifth Sunday, but we'll do standing ovations next week. But I want to congratulate Major Treese on winning her first college basketball game. The team won, but she scored 2 points. We're celebrating that. And the team won on a buzzer beater. So congratulations. Without your 2 points, some of y'all think that I only got 2 points, but when you have a buzzer beater, without your 2 points, there ain't no buzzer beaters. And so we're thankful for you, Sister Major, in that space today and to have y'all in the space. Earl is in the house. For Infinity is worldwide. Rwanda, look. Earl, you didn't know? Bruh, you didn't know? This is global, baby. We're all over the world. We got Cali, we got Belgium, we got Latvia, we got London, we all over the place because this infinite spirit is infinite energy. And let's scroll up and see if I missed anybody, Joshua. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody saying hello because in a minute I'm going to put everybody on the mat. Earl is grateful to be in the land of the living. I hear you, man. I hear you. So we see the ancestors coming in. For those of you who watch it on the replay and you get to see what's happening when we're talking to each other, warming each other up in this grateful space, it's real. It's beautiful. And we're in a space where we have come together to get this thing worked out on the mat today. I heard an exhale in the background. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute. It's always an exhale, right? When you're getting non-traditional. And again, this may be your first time doing yoga. And you may say, I don't know if I want to try this. Look, try it. You're not going to hurt yourself. I'm going to give you modifications. Today's practice is more about a meditative space. I tell people all the time, when you tune in Yoga Sunday is a moving meditation. Now, when I start teaching power yoga, that's a different thing altogether. You can sign up for that class, and that's going to get you tight and right in a whole lot of ways, and it's going to be huge. There'll be some big challenges, but you're going to make it through. But when we do Yoga Sunday, this space is about awakening that wheel energy in us. Today, particularly about our third eye. So it's for everybody, all levels. So wherever we are, whatever faith path we practice, whatever tradition we claim, what spiritual set you claiming, whatever it is, something brings us together at infinity. We call it infinitude in concept and in practice. Infinitude is the state or quality of being infinite or having no limit as it's defined in the dictionary. But here in infinity, we say that we amplify all of the energies of unique faith traditions, and we define infinitude as infinity with an attitude. And that attitude is gratitude. And here at Infinity, we do not tell you what to call or how to define the God of your personal acceptance and understanding. That is an intensely beautiful and personal relationship. Here at Infinity, we simply affirm your unique connection. Whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear us say interchangeably, God, divine source, the universe. All of that energy is that God energy. And what you see around you is proof that it was showing off when you were made, because you were made in the image and likeness of that divine source. So when you see yourself in the mirror, that's God showing off, saying, look at my best. Look at my best. Isn't that awesome? So it's time for us to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together. And that's called our statement of infinitude. We have a unique blend of faith traditions here, but but spiritually, we bring it together in common. And that attitude, of course, is an attitude of gratitude. And the snap that you heard is real. We have snap. It means something. It's not just a finger snap, but it's for one, spirituality, right? Spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing, nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every single day. Finally, the P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We're grateful that you all are here as unique manifestations of the Creator, the living, loving source of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many different names and yet known by one energy. So, at home, we invite you to look at the screen and recite with us our statement of infinitude. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it, because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient words of affirmation, the definition of which you see on your screen. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. And so it is. What an awesome time to be here. If you got your journals, if you got your writing and your notepads near you, we'll have a little bit of instruction for you to meditate on before we get fully on the mat. So keep them close, keep them near, and we'll define that in a minute. In this moment, we're going to welcome our first-time visitors. So if you are a first-timer, even if you are a first-timer at Yoga Sunday, go ahead and type "first time" in the box so that we can recognize you and we can shower you with love. Everybody hadn't put their phones down yet because we hadn't gotten to the physical part, which is beautiful. So if you're by your computer, if you're by your phone, you can shower somebody with love hearts or muscle arms, whatever it might be, power fists, waves. If they say first time, do that. You can also talk a little bit to each other. Somebody share something great. But if you are a first timer, this may be your first time at the Infinity Fellowship. But in this moment, in this visitor's welcome, I want to let you know that we absolutely know and see the real you. We don't see you today as a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience. You're going to get that. But the reality is, you are a spirit who is navigating a human experience, just like the rest of us. So we like to welcome you into the space and say good morning. We see Tashana and Arizona's in the house, and Jody's in the house, and Shay is in the house. I'm just grateful for everybody. So wherever you are, we want you to hold your hands up to the screen If you're with somebody and your family, turn to somebody. If you're in the space, turn to each other. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, let it go. If you can look somebody in the eye, look them in the eye. The eyes are the window to the soul, and we've been taught that you look somebody in the eye, it's going to start a fight. We know we're moving beyond that, right? We know we're looking into the eyes to deliver a powerful message. Note the beauty in front of you. Take a deep breath. Feel that love energy. If you're a first-time visitor, receive it. And if not, say it to somebody. Say it to the screen. Everybody here is saying it to you from all over the world. Ready? Repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I am with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you. And I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. Oh, I know you're shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Give yourself a little dance time. Oh, yeah. You ready now? Uh-oh. You got the snake going. That's all you got. You got to get them shoulders. It's just arms. I got a little snake arms. I ain't got much else, but I got snake arms. So we're going to make it. All right. Since Kenise says she's saving her energy, she's saving all her love for you. How we operate today. Okay, it's getting close to the time where we're not going to be able to do our back and forth in the chat, which is cool, which is why we give a little time for us to do that on Yoga Sunday as well as normal Sundays because, well, every Sunday is normal, even Yoga Sunday, normal Yoga Sunday. But during our standard service, we have a little more time to chat back and forth, but now it's getting to be about that time where you don't have a lot of chat time. So grab your journals, grab your notes, bring everything here, and let's take a couple of notes, and then let's put the devices aside, prop them up where you can see them, and get ready to go to that mat. The order of service that we do, we will absorb today's meditation. We will move through our practice today together. We'll speak an affirmation over you when we reach the final pose. The final pose is called Shavasana, corpse pose. You're laid out, you get to relax. During that time, we'll speak an affirmation over everybody, and then we'll participate in our giving because giving is an important part of Infinity, and we do it at specific points in the service. This time we do it after the service. Your body will be open. Your third eye will be open in the space of giving. So we don't want you to leave until we make sure we participate communally in giving, right? We'll make sure that we pour back into the spiritual space that is giving us so much globally. And then We'll do our closing song and move throughout. A couple of general notes. Yoga is not pain. So we want you to breathe throughout. Take a deep breath here now. Exhale, let it go through your nose. Awesome. That's how we're going to breathe the entire practice. It is not pain either. So we're going to make sure that if your body is telling you to hold back, then you hold back. Listen to your body. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. This yoga practice puts you in tune with your body and your spirit and aligns it with your mind. Isn't that great? Awesome. So our today's meditation is a simple one. It is a cool one. It comes from the great mind of Albert Einstein as we're talking about intuition with the third eye. And the quote is simple. Intuition does not come to an unprepared mind. I take my guitar, hit a couple of licks on that one. I'm going to leave that up for an extended amount of time and just let you take a few deep breaths on that because I think we're going to eventually have some music, chill music coming up for us. But take a look at that and meditate on it. Intuition does not come to an unprepared mind. Awesome. Thank you, Joshua. When we think about intuition, we think about this concept of the third eye. We see this imagery all over the place. I have a ring. Joshua, cut to that one, and I'll show you. That's the Egyptian eye of Heru, or eye of Horus. It is the left and lunar eye. Opposite direction is the eye of Ra, popularly known as the third eye. Many of you will see that on there. You see this depiction in many different places, and we say, I want to open my third eye. I want my highest consciousness to be there. I want to trust my gut. I want to trust my intuition. Intuition, scientifically speaking, will not come to an unprepared mind. How do we prepare our minds? How do we prepare our consciousness? Well, the mind is different from the brain, right? Scientifically. The mind is different from the brain. So you have the brain, which is the physical instrument, but then you have the mind, which is the consciousness that animates the physical instrument. And it is the mind that we have control over because it is control of our thoughts. So if we are controlling our thoughts, then we are studying. We are preparing. We are taking in things that edify us, that support us, that show us and remind us who we are. We are consciously looking at the world in a thoughtful and mindful way. That is the preparation space that then invites intuition to be able to come into your third eye. And the third eye is simply the space of consciousness that exists beyond the two physical eyes. Because the two physical eyes can trick you. They can become focused on circumstance. Your third eye is a space of control that you have that connects you to the highest part of not only yourself, but to the God consciousness of your own understanding. This is why the ancients in the yogic tradition call the third eye chakra, that energy wheel. Chakra simply means wheel. The energy wheel, they call that energy ajna. A-J-N-A. Ajna. Ajna, which means command in Sanskrit. It also translates as self-command. We have an opportunity, right, to receive intuition. When you receive intuition, it is when you have practiced self-command. It's when you told yourself to get up out of the bed anyway. It's when you told yourself to think positive anyway. It's when you told yourself to reframe your circumstance and situation and not ask yourself, what was I thinking? But beginning to ask yourself, what am I learning from this situation? It is the ability to prepare your mind for the highest consciousness. At that point of preparation, that is when the energy of your intuition can truly come to fore. It is when you can look back and you can say, I knew I was feeling something. When you are a prepared mind, when you have prepared your mind, when you have opened your third eye, when you have opened that pineal gland, the energy in your body, that physiological energy in your body to take command of your life, then you are receiving instructions from the highest consciousness. You're not receiving instruction from your circumstances. Oh, well, I'm just going to take this job because I know I need it. Or I'm just going to take this because I'm going to take this person because they presented themselves. No. Are you in alignment with the energy that feeds you? With the energy that moves you? With the energy that connects you? And if so, that is the energy. That is the intuition. That is your third eye being open so that you can see, feel, be directed not only by your ability to self-command, but for hearing the alignment space of the command that is coming from your highest source. That is the preparation today. So as we move today, as we groove today in the energy of Ajna, in the energy of the third eye, as we unlock this space today, I want you to recognize it's not a magic bullet. It's not a magic bullet. When we affirm the energy of the third eye today through the practice, it's not going to instantly make you a superstar. You're going to feel pretty good afterwards. You're going to get a little buzz from that natural high and those pheromones. But the question then is going to be, what do you do with the energy? Do you keep it going? And if you don't keep it going, then you'll find yourself having to do rituals all the time, rituals all the time, rituals all the time. The ritual is supposed to represent a completion of an energy and an affirmation of preparation. Intuition cannot come to an unprepared mind. Affirmation of preparation, that's what it is. When you get your ritual of graduation or commencement, it's because you finished high school or you finished your degree program, right? That's the ritual. And in the world today, we get caught up in ritual, but ritual without spiritual energy of affirmation for preparation is simply religious dogma, religious practice. It's simply rote memorization. It's simply personality affirmation. That's all it is. We want you to see fruit in your life. I want you to see long-term fruit. So prepare yourself today. When you get off the mat, go to a journal, go to a family member, go to a friend, strike up a conversation, open up yourself so that you can go and you can grow in your divine purpose. And so it is. All right, let's begin our focus today. Let's find a place where we can sit up on the mat and sit in a comfortable position for you, wherever that is. Some of you who first-timers who said, you know what, I'm just going to sit in my chair today and watch Yoga Sunday, see if I like this thing. I know it's at least one of you out there. We're all over the world. It's somebody out there who's like, you know what, I'm going to have me some coffee and watch this Yoga Sunday thing, and I'm going to see what they do, see how I feel about it. I understand. But you sit up in that lounge chair a little bit taller. Get some of this breathing in. So I want you to take your finger and put it in the middle of your forehead, right about that space between your eyebrows. Just massage it in a circle a little bit and just feel that dot there. In decorative cultures where they affirm the third eye, a lot of times you see a jewel there. You see a jewelry. You'll see a dot painted there. It's a lot of symbolism there with the third eye. We had a cashier at the discount store who had a dot there, and we were talking to her. She said, that's your third eye, represent your third eye. She's like, no, people say that. I put a dot there, but I got to look into that. Well, there you go. There was the word for you today. All right, good. Remember where you place that. Drop your hand. Take a deep breath. Exhale. The beautiful thing about anatomy and how we're put together is there's always some kind of congruence between different parts of our body, right? So I got pretty long hands, and that also means I have a pretty long head. So, you know, I reach in the back of my head, I'm like, man, my hat, I need a special kind of hat sometimes, and I'm all right with that. Take the palm of your hand, place it just above the bridge of your nose, right? Keep your hand straight, and then just lay your hand flat down against your forehead. Trace it all the way back and lay it, the palm of your hand on your head. Palm the front of your head, right? Now, lift up every finger except for the middle finger, because the middle finger is directly in line with the middle of your crown of your head. Now, lift your palm up, and that dot right there, if you were to take a line and go straight down in that dot, massage that a little bit, and you were to intersect the point where if you were going straight ahead from the middle of your crown, right where those 2 points meet, the center of your head, at center of your forehead at midbrain, that's where your pineal gland is. And your pineal gland regulates so many of your systems, including the space of your dreams, usually activated between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. That's when serotonin and melatonin tend to flow and become active for most people. And that is the time when your dreams are happening, right? That's when your intuition is happening, right? That's when the ancestors are speaking to you from the space of the beyond. That is the connection to your third eye. That's the physical third eye in your body, the pineal gland. When we see it in Kemet or Egypt, we see it depicted by either the vulture or the cobra. That goddess of Nekebet and Uajet from the upper and lower kingdoms, they actually knew about this thousands of years ago. But that is the energy that we're focusing on. So you imagine that you have now found that pineal and that you are breathing in a beautiful violet color and that you are breathing in and out throughout the practice through your third eye. We're opening that energy. Okay, sit up. Let's come to a space of seated. Let's sit on a block today. Awesome. Oh, I knew something was not fully on, Joshua. I said, I feel a little dark in here. I'm going to click that other light on. Bam. Let there be light. Good. Okay, so as we're in this place here and we're sitting, begin to inhale and exhale deeply. Fix your gaze just beyond your nose, the tip of your nose. And then I want you to do something that none of you would want anybody to do as they hand you a cup of coffee, as they switch lanes with you on the interstate, as they hand you your change in the grocery store. I want you to roll your eyes. You're going to roll from the bottom all the way around in a circle, all the way back to the bottom. This is the one time you got permission to roll your eyes. I don't like it when people roll out. But eye rolling stimulates those nerves. Take them in a circle and take in everything that's around you in the room. Don't go too fast. Take it slow. Go in the opposite direction now. Good. Now rest those eyes just beyond the tip of your nose. Raise your shoulders up towards your ears. Send them toward the back of the room. And then down toward the floor. Find your space of relaxation. Imagine that I've attached a cord to the tip of your crown of your head, and I'm now lifting you up, which is elongating your spine, opening up space in the chest and releasing any pressure that is below your rib cage. so that you can open that space for breathing as well. Placing our hands at heart center. Set your intention for today. Whatever your personal intention is. If you're the one sitting in the lounge chair today, set your intention today that you're going to see something that is going to move you and motivate you to either jump off the chair and get into practice or learn something today. And that's going to be a beautiful thing too. Stay with us. Good. As we have set this intention, we're going to ignite the practice today. We're going to ignite the practice with the mantra, which is a word or phrase that is chanted over and over for affirmation. Simple definition. The power word or mantra or divine sound that activates your third eye is Aum. And if we were to spell it out phonetically, A-U-M or A-O-H-M. Aum. Everybody say Aum. All right. So it'll sound like this. Aum. And we're going to hold that in. As long as you can, it's on you. We're going to take a deep breath and we're going to do 3 Aums together. Close your eyes and we're going to focus that energy through that pineal gland, through that third eye. Send that light out into the world through that space between your brows. Ready? Let's go. Inhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Let's come to all fours. All fours on the mat. I'll also do a little bit of the practice today. I'll do a practice with some blocks as well to make sure that we're, you're seeing what can be done. Sometimes people say, well, I can't do it all, Rev. I said, do you have some books? Do you have some blocks? Yeah, if you got some books, you can put a book down under you, right? Put a towel under your knees if you need to. All of those things that help you. You advanced yogis, go ahead and just hit the mat, go in. You can always take it a little deeper. If you feel that you can take a pose deeper, take it deeper. You know your body. So this is where it's for all levels. So let's go to all fours in that space today. Let's look down at the mat and make sure that our wrists are directly under our shoulders. We have that space of alignment there. You can either point your toes toward the back of the room, or you can tuck your toes, place them on the mat. You can rest as you point those toes toward the back of the room. You can rest on the top of your feet on the mat, or you can tuck your toes, curl your toes, whichever is comfortable for you. Make sure that your back is flat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, drop your chin toward the chest. Inhale, lift the crown of your head. Exhale, drop the chin toward the chest. Inhale, lift the crown of your head. Exhale, chin toward the chest. Let's add the rest of our body. Inhale, lift the crown toward the sky. Drop your belly toward the floor. Arch your back, roll your shoulders back. Pause and exhale. Round your back. Tucking that navel in toward the spine, dropping that head toward the floor, that chin toward the chest. That's cat and cow. This is cat. You ever made a cat mad? This is what the cat does to you. In our house, we make a cat mad every 4 hours. Inhale, cow position. Exhale, cat. Just go back and forth like this, warming up your lower spine. Reintroducing your breath to your body. Enjoying the feeling of that spinal fluid being released. Two more revolutions. And then come back to all fours with a flat back. We call it tabletop. Good. Now lift your feet off the mat. Bring your two big toes together. Point them toward the back of the room. Move your knees toward the outer edges of the mat. Reach forward. Spread your fingertips. And then drop back into child's pose. Good. Child's pose can also be with a block or a pillow between you or a bolster. Look at that. Resting my head on the block. No excuses today. Let's activate child's pose. Let's make sure we have an active position for child's pose. So we activate child's pose. We're reaching forward. We're really pressing our knuckles into the mat. And as we press our knuckles into the mat, we are spreading our fingertips. And as we are spreading our fingertips, we're sitting back deeper onto our heels, bringing that elongation in the spine. This is also a rest position. So even if you feel that you're challenged throughout the process or through the practice today, you can always rest in child's pose. Child's pose is yoga too. Take a few deep breaths here. Joshua, give me a little bit more on the music. I think I can take a little bit more. Yeah, see where it's popping a little bit green, isn't it, on the indicator? Okay, good. As long as I'm popping yellow and it's popping green, we're good. All right, great. A few more deep breaths in child's pose, and then we're going to start moving because we want to move today to open up this third eye energy. Congratulations, you're doing great. Thanks for hanging in there. You're still in there. Wanda, Jody, Earl, Tashana, everybody, the Lindsay family. I know y'all are all on the mats. Let's prepare our minds. Take a big inhale. On an exhale, lift those feet up, move them toward the outer edges of the mat. Tuck the toes, come to all fours. Then press back into downward facing dog. Lift your hips toward the ceiling. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs. That's your downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, you can roll your biceps. You roll your biceps outward. It helps. Pressing back. As you press back, you're lifting those hips. Let's go ahead and adjust that. So let's lift up on our tippy toes to raise our hips toward the sky. Press back a little bit deeper. Now bend your knees. Good. Now arch your back up. Good. Stick your butt in the air a little bit. Feel that. Take a deep breath in that position with your knees bent. Arching that back up. Good. Arching that butt toward the sky. Good. Now straighten your legs. Lower yourself back down on your heels toward the floor. You might have your heels touch the floor, you advanced yogis. You might not, if your practice doesn't allow for you. Your practice is your practice. Ain't nobody paying attention to you but you. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bend your knees. Look between your hands. Step, jump, or float forward. Good. Take a deep breath. Come halfway up. Flat back. Exhale. Forward fold. Like a rag doll. And just allow yourself to move a little bit from side to side. If you have a block or a book as part of your practice, there you go. Just like that. That's a forward fold as well. If you stand on a block, forward fold as well. Great adjustments. Good. Now find the stillness there. Sit in the forward fold for just a few more breaths. With each exhale, take it a little deeper. Some of you might grab your ankles or your toes. Deep inhale. Exhale, stretch a little deeper. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, slowly rise all the way towards standing. Reach toward the ceiling. Place your hands together. Exhale, hands at heart center. 3 deep inhales and exhales here. Good. Now let's get some sun salutations out of the way toward all 4 directions. Hands to your sides. We're going to give you our practice. We want to make sure that you're rooted in this practice. Feet should be facing north. True north. That means that if your toes are together or you're slightly just within the parameters of your hips or shoulder distance apart, either way, we don't want your toes pointing out. We don't want them pointing in. We want your toes facing 12 o'clock, true north, as if you lay a clock on the floor and look at where the 12 o'clock hand is. That's the direction we want both feet to be in. Good. Lift that navel up and in toward the spine. Roll the shoulders back and down. And from the bottom, we want you to grind your feet into the ground. Really grind them in. Grind them in by sending your inner ankles toward the back of the room and your outer ankles down. I know. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Send it right, but send your inner ankles toward the back of the room, the outer ankles down without lifting your feet. And what you're going to see is it's going to turn your shins, it's going to turn your hips, it's going to turn everything else inward. And that's going to activate that lower body. When you lift that navel toward your spine, it's going to activate that midsection. Give you some strength in the ab space. And when you relax the shoulders, you open the chest, you allow a space for the breath to enter the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it through your nose. Shoot the fingertips toward the floor. Tadasana. Mountain pose. We're coming back to it on the mat a little bit later. Take an inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, starting with just your lower back, looking forward, reaching forward, and then finally allowing the lumbar spine to come into connection, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, hands on the floor, your ankles, your shins or your knees or your thighs. Exhale, take it to low plank. Push-up position. Inhale, come forward, press up into upward facing dog. Let's check your upward facing dog, because upward facing dog, your feet should be pointed, your toes should be pointed toward the back of the room, not pointed in, not pointed out, but as straight as possible in alignment with your legs. If you need to, you can rest your knees on the mat. You can rest your thighs on the mat. If you have an advanced practice, you can straighten your legs and lift up as you raise your crown toward the ceiling. Upward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. 2 good deep breaths here. Then we're going to move. Inhaling the color white. Neutral color. Inhaling that color. Energy of the north. Big inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees. Walk, step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And let's move. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Inhaling the color yellow this time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Exhale, step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Inhaling the color red this time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, jump, or float back into low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, step, float, or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last round on Sun A's. Inhale up, inhale the color black. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float to the front of your mat. Inhale up into chair. Chair is exactly what it sounds like. Chair is like sitting in a chair. So as you're sitting in the chair, I want you to sit more back than forward. Because if you're sitting this way, you would sit in the chair that way. Take it to the chair, reach up. Again, this is chair, right? This is chair, this is chair. Advanced yogis, wherever you are, take a few deep breaths in the chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale, step just your right foot forward. Warrior one on the right side. Now let's check out our warrior ones. Make sure that whatever distance your gait is, however wide your stance is, that your knee is directly over your ankle. Good. Your knee is directly over your ankle, your back foot, your toes are not pointed directly forward as a low lunge. They're not pointed toward the side of the mat, but they're at a 45-degree angle. And that 45-degree angle is what splits the difference and steadies you. Square those hips, and now reach toward the sky. That's warrior one on the right side. Take a deep breath, drop it a little deeper if you can. Good. Inhale, send your thumbs toward the back of the room. Exhale, forward fold into low plank. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Opposite side, big inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Everything is balanced. Inhale up into warrior one on the left side. Check in where you are, and I want you to make sure that just like on the left side or on the right side, the left side is the same. Your knee is directly over your ankle, and that is true whether you are at a small stance or a short stance, or you're at a really long stance. Long-legged, I don't get anything until I stretch really long, but I always make sure that that knee is directly over the ankle for support. Good. Relax that tension in your neck. Inhale, send those thumbs toward the back of the room. Look toward the sky. Exhale, down into low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Let's move it. Warrior one, right side. Send your thumbs toward the back of the room. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Step your left foot forward. Warrior one, left side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. We're bringing the flow into it now. Inhale, upward facing dog at your pace. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Big exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale up into warrior one on the right side. Now we're going to change it. Pay attention. Drop your right hand toward the front of the room. Open up your chest with your left hand going toward the back of the room. Warrior two. Opening your chest, making sure that you have the feeling of alignment where your right hand is being pulled forward, your left hand is being pulled backward, opening the space of the chest, relaxing the shoulders down. Good. Looking out just over your middle finger on your right hand. As you are now looking, turn your palm up. Reverse warrior. Trace that left hand down the back of that left leg. Reach that palm and those fingertips toward the sky. Try to create a straight line between your hips, your arms, and your hand. Awesome. Good. From reverse warrior, bring the palm back down on the front hand, back to warrior two. Now turn to the side. Turn your feet to the side of the mat. Move your feet toward the edges. You might want to grab a block or a book. Place your hands on your waist. Forward fold with legs wide. All the way down to a resting position. Your resting position, again, watch me because I'm always doing modifications for those of you who may need modifications. You may go all the way down, grab your ankles. You can all the way go down and put your head on the floor. You can go down and rest your hand on a block or a pillow, your head. Find that space that is comfortable for you because we're going to be in this space for a few moments, inhaling and exhaling the beautiful violet color through our third eyes. Find the space of release. Relax the tension in your neck and allow your head to drop toward the floor. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. This is a restorative position. Your circulation, your blood flow. It's an inversion. So it has all kind of health benefits as well. Take a deep breath. Exhale, allow yourself to drop just a little bit deeper. Enjoy the benefits. Say to your hamstrings, I got you. I love you. I'm sending you breath. Say to your inner thighs, I love you. I'm sending you some breath. Same principle on the feet. Planted squarely into the earth, rooted, grounded. You'll have an ankle injury if you're not rooted and grounded. So root and ground, y'all. Good. On an exhale, bring your hands up to your hips. And on an inhale, come all the way back to standing. Turn that right foot toward the front of the mat. That left foot, turn it in a 45-degree angle. Come back to Warrior 2. Now back to Warrior 1. Now let's Chaturanga Vinyasa down to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now you know the sequence. Let's give it to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Step forward with left foot. Inhale into Warrior 1, the left side. Exhale, drop that palm, Warrior 2 on the left side. Looking good. Big inhale here. Exhale, blow it all out. Inhale, take it back to Reverse Warrior. Make sure that back leg is still straight, that kneecap is lifted up toward the hip to engage the quad. Good, that thigh muscle. Big inhale. Exhale, back to Warrior 2. Turn both those feet now to the right. Spread them out toward the edges of the mat. Place the hands on the hip. Inhale. Exhale, take it back down to a forward fold. A wide-legged forward fold. Grab your block, grab your pillow. Place your hands on the block, the pillow, or your feet. And enjoy this pose for a minute on the sunny side of the street. Good. Absorb that energy. Feel that energy. Remembering to give yourself a space of relaxing that head, not holding any tension in your neck. Being exactly where your body wants it to be right now. Powering up that energy of the third eye with this inversion pose. Taking it in. Absorbing the energy in the breath. And making sure that you are clear and free. Focusing all the energy on the breath. Just a few more breaths in this position. Restoring that energy of the third eye. Restoring the power in your legs. restoring the flow of the blood to your brain. It's feeling awesome. Good. To come out of it, take a deep breath. Exhale, go to the Libra. Inhale, hands on your waist. Come on all the way up. Turn back toward the front of the mat. Back into Warrior 2. Pivot into Warrior 1. And Vinyasa or Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Exhale, step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, release. Awesome. How you feel? If you need to grab your drink of water, grab your drink of water. If not, let's keep it on rolling. Next, we're just going to sit in eagle pose for a couple of moments, couple of breaths. We all love eagle, what it does to our shoulders, our backs, our hearts, and our focus point of our third eye today. So, square up on the mat. Square those toes. Good. Ground your feet into the mat. Now ground that left leg. Find something in the room that is not moving that you can focus on, because this is a balance pose. Lift that right foot. You can cross the right foot at the shin. You can cross the right foot at the knee, above the knee. Advanced yogis, you can wrap that foot around your left leg as you squat. One-legged squat. Find a comfortable space for your one-legged squat. Raise your hands out to the side. Right degree angle with your left hand up. Right arm under. So for those of you know eagle, you can pull eagle. The simple eagle is hand on the outside of your left elbow. Keep that hand at the right angle. That left hand pointing up. Good. See that? That's the simple. Variation is to put pressure. Send that energy out. Try to push your hand away. Use your elbow to push your hand away. But then with your right hand, use that hand to pull your elbow in so it creates tension and gives you stretch in the shoulders. The full manifestation of the eagle pose. The full wrap of the leg. Over on the left, under on the right. Palms together. And if you fall out of it, good thing. And exhale, release to come out of it. Shake it on out. Good job, good job, good job, y'all, good job. We're feeling eagle. Let's go to the opposite side and make sure we got that together, all right? Let's plant those legs, plant those feet. Good. Plant that right one. Lift that left leg. Cross or wrap. Squat. Opposite side. That means that right hand is up. That left hand is under. Go into the pose that you like to hold. Recognizing that each side is going to be different. You might have found that you could wrap one side and you can't the other. That's called being normal. Find your eagle pose and hold it. Exhale, release. Good job. Let's go for an extended mountain pose. Exhale, we're going into a full forward fold. This time, see if you can clasp your hands at the back of your lower back. Hold them together as you forward fold. You can also use a towel or strap. As you forward fold, see if you can lift your arms, your hands rather, toward the sky. And again, if you can put your hands together in position, clasp your fingers, do so. Even if your hands are strictly behind you, parallel to the floor, That's awesome too. If you're able, towel or strap. Sending that breath in and out through your third eye. Good. We've got all variations. It's beautiful, including your variation at home. Find the stillness in this position and stay in it. We're only a couple of poses away from the end of the practice, y'all. You got this. Good. Now release your hands toward the floor. Move the strap of the towel out of the way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it to low plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen carefully on this because we're going for dolphin. Joshua's going to give you the musician's cam so we can show you how we're going for dolphin. As you are able, lower your right elbow. Keep in this position. Lower your right elbow to the floor, followed by your left elbow to the floor. Dolphin position. You can find a block if you need to for your forehead to rest on. Downward facing dog with your elbows on the mat. That's dolphin. Pressing back with your elbows instead. If you need to go to all fours, go to all fours or go to child's pose. Whatever's comfortable for you. We want to see if we can get 3 good deep breaths in dolphin. Good. Last breath. Exhale. Drop back into child's pose. Feel the love energy in child's pose. Let's give us 3 ahms in child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Aum. Feel that vibration in the center of your forehead. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Come to all fours. Good. Now move through and turn around so that you're in a seated position. We have supercharged and we are supercharging this energy here. We're going to do a single forward fold with our legs, and then we're going to do a double forward fold our legs. So we're going to sit up straight and tall. Awesome. Both feet straight forward. Your legs are straight forward. Toes are facing the ceiling. Good. Now I want you to take your left foot and tuck it into your inner right thigh. Now turn and square your hips and your shoulders with your right foot. Look at your toes and say, yo, what up? I'm coming for you. You can grab a strap. You can grab a towel. Or if you're able to take your hands, you can do that. Reach toward the ceiling. Begin to bend at the lower spine. Engage with the ball of that foot. And then drop down. Find the space of comfort for a single leg forward fold. As Iyengar said, the pose begins the moment you want to get out of it. So the minute you start saying, I don't want to do this anymore, that's how you know you've reached the yoga pose. So stay with it and breathe through it. Breathe in. Exhale to go a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale to come out of it. Switch legs. Left leg forward. Toes toward the sky. Tuck your right foot to the inner groin of that left leg. Reach toward the sky. Extend with either your strap or your towel. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Continuing to do that. Let it loose and let it go. Big inhale, exhale, stretch it a little deeper if you can. Perfect. Inhale to come out. Now let's invite both feet together. Straight legs, reaching up. Exhale with forward fold, just like we do when we're standing. You'll see that you got a little more depth now because your body is warmer. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing it to continue to take you a little deeper. Awesome. Inhale, come all the way to sitting. Lie all the way back. Grab your pillows or your blocks. Bend your knees to bring your feet towards your buttocks. Now drop your knees to the side. You can put your supports up under the outside of your thighs if you need to. Bring the bottom of your feet together to meet each other. Heel to heel, ball to ball, toe to toe, soul to soul. Oh, soul to soul. Aha, I made a funny. Sorry, I couldn't help it. S-O-U-L-S-O-L-E. I love it. Soul to soul. Get it? Inhale, place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Enjoy the spiritual humor. Reclined butterfly position, also known as Superbadakanasana in Sanskrit. Allowing the outside of your knees to drop toward the floor. Opening up your hips, releasing the stress that is held there. Focusing the beam of light from the sky into your third eye in the space of openness and receiving. Inhaling and exhaling a few good deep breaths in Superbadakanasana. Feeling the good at any point in the week when you might not be feeling good, you might feel like you need a break. If you've got a space to lie down, you can sit in Superbadakanasana, release the energy of stress in the hips, and also open your chest for breathing. It's a great restorative position and asana or pose to be in. You can always slip off and do a little Superbadakanasana. It will bring you back. Big inhale here. Exhale, go ahead and push those feet toward the ends of the mat. Stretch your legs all the way out. Straighten those legs. Point those toes toward the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and down on the mat. Bring the arms to the side. Palms facing up. Now release those toes toward the outer edges of the mat. The final position of today, corpse pose, or in Sanskrit, Shavasana. Shava, corpse. asana pose. Shavasana. Some of you prepare for Shavasana. You turn out lights. You light your incense. You do that here in the space. I'm going to turn out the lights for you as if you're here. I'm going to smudge in the air with some scents of lavender and sage. The energy is coming your way as well. And after we smudge the air, then I'm going to read some affirmations for you centered around your third eye consciousness. As we smudge the air in the space today, we remove all negative lingering energies, and we release into the world the energy of renewal and rebirth. We remove all negative thoughts. We speak power. We speak healing. We speak restoration. We speak joy. We speak peace. As all eyes are closed, as we sit in the position of Shavasana, we absorb these affirmations into our divine consciousness. I have come forth today in the body proper, an eternal soul of no beginning and no end. I lay claim to the birthright of regeneration and divine power. As the essence of what I call me is ever reborn in moments of remembrance. So I remember in this moment who I am. I am healthy. I am whole. I cede control of my pathway to my inner eye, my intuition, the space of higher consciousness where I connect with my God force, the wisdom, the strength, the beauty that keeps me balanced and moving forward in love. I proclaim in this moment of recognition that all my needs are met. My heart and mind is clear. And I release any need, desire, or conditioning to tear myself apart, either from the inside out or from the outside in, from the judgments and definitions of others. I am safe. I am whole. I can see clearly in this moment what is true. My essence is love, and love shall cover and guide me to play and to roam in the fields of my dreams. I know these things to be true, and so it is. Feel that love energy and consciousness as you come back into awareness of the body. Bring your focus back and wiggle your toes and your fingers a little bit to remind yourself of how wonderful it is, what a gift it is to be alive in this right now moment. Go ahead and roll over to one side. Sit in that divine fetal position. Give yourself permission to love yourself right now. Newly energized. Back in the consciousness of a space of love. Couple of deep breaths here. On an exhale, go ahead and push yourself up to the seated position. Awakening the consciousness, place the hands at heart center. Giving thanks in this moment with a deep breath. And an exhale. As we go to the silence in this moment, we hear our own voices and we end the practice with 3 ohms together. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in and an exhale. And as we've completed another wonderful practice as part of Yoga Sunday, I thank you for joining me in the space today. I thank you physically, and I thank you online. Congratulations, and I'm honored that you allowed me the privilege of leading the practice. The divine in me recognizes the divine in each of you. Namaste. 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 All right, y'all. Shake it out. Give yourselves a round of applause or something because you got through a great practice. Oh, what a great time, y'all. Congratulations. If you're watching on the replay, congratulations. I'm glad you got it in today. Guess what? You could do the practice part all week. If you got energized by today's third eye practice and you said that really helped me with alignment, guess what? Through the week, zip to the practice part and do the practice every single day. See what it does for you. Keeps you in alignment. That's why we keep an archive online. It's time for our giving, y'all, before we head on out of here. So y'all can talk back to me on it's good to see you on the chat box again. You can pick up your devices because it's time to give. As we give here at Infinity, it's a chance for us to pour back into the institution that really gives us all of this life, all of this awesomeness. So as you are moving off the mat, as you're having that great feeling of being really smart, I know you feel like you can see through the wall right now. You probably can. But see through the wall, find your wallet or your pocketbook or your phone, because it's time now to see this energy into the world and to plant the seed for Infinity Fellowship. Giving is a part of our community. It's what we do. We love to do it. We sing a song and it says everything is good. So we're going to invite you to stay with us in this moment to sing that song and to give. The ways that you can give are on the screen. Cash App, $Infinity Fellowship, PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. You can also send us the contribution, your tithe or your offering through regular mail. We'll put that slide up in a minute. We want to supercharge that. We are adding payment options as well. We're adding Zelle, and we're adding, I think, one more option so that you can give internationally as well. We know that's been a barrier, but as we've grown, we have to make sure people can do that too. So let's supercharge our offering because we want to give from a great space. And I hope you feel good right now. Do you feel good? Good. You feel good? Everything is good? All right, repeat after me. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. I got it good. Let's say our offertory affirmation and bring it up together. As we say this affirmation, we're giving ourselves the power to send that energy into the universe. O limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference, and so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everything is good. Time to give. Let us know how you enjoyed the practice in the box today. All right, we're going to bring up the slide. Repeat. Let's sing it together. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Hey, I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Everything is good. Yeah, yeah. Everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, good. Everything is good. I'm sharing some good stuff that's happening. Joshua, scroll up. While you're giving right now, while you're working your Cash App, I want to give thanks. One thing I'm going to shout out Jeff Napier, because Jeff, every single day, I'm just going to read it from where it is right there. He's saying that he is grateful because he did a jump in Crossville yesterday. Smoke, flag, everything. He's jumping for fun today in Tullahoma. But he has a testimony. Always release any negative energy we have. Allow the alignment of positive energy to take over the negative. Only then can we have an enjoyable life and dreams manifest into life experiences. I'm shouting you out, Jay, because Jay went from saying, hey, I'm doing some jumps, so I want to jump more, and he got this great opportunity. He is jumping into games and athletic events now every weekend, jumping out of the plane to 14,000 feet. So we're sending that energy in there for you. We know that good has manifested in your life. Thank you for your gifts and your energy that you poured into the space today. Michelle saying love to Infinity Fellowship. I'm seeing y'all back on the chat box. I'm loving, I know you got testaments of good. Robin, sending a shout out to Robin. What a great practice today. Made it through for the first time. Everything is good. I got it. Prayers of healing to our brother Phil Chavez, who is praying in the name of Jesus, Lauren Chavez, to be healed, restored, and renewed to perfect health. His prayer is that in Jesus' name, in the name of the tradition of the Christ, that energy is there, that possessions and finances be restored, renewed. We are praying with you in that energy, Brother Phil. We're sending that energy too. Sister Lorraine, we are sending to Lorraine. Lorraine, you are in the house. It is happening. We are speaking into manifestation. And the path and the tradition that you all are coming from is here to affirm too. We are there, right? Because the healing is in you. Even for those in the Christian tradition, we talk about it. Remember the lady who had the issue of blood, and she said, if I could just touch the hem of the garment. Jesus was saying there, right? Go because your faith has healed you. You put your focus here. And so your manifestation speaking, you proclaimed that the energy was in the garment. The real energy was in you all along. So the fact that we're speaking that with you in alignment today is letting us know that everything is all right. Just like those jet planes are taking off to fly over the stadium. I just heard them. Football time in Nashville, Tennessee. We're sending you soaring toward the air. Love in the space. Jody, third eye open. Wanda, good morning. We're in the house today. Hey, y'all, I'm going to miss y'all during the week, but I know I'm going to see many of you. We have a couple of announcements before we close the service today. Number one, we have meditation affirmation call on Wednesday. So come get 9 minutes of breathing. That's live every Wednesday. I'll be there at noon Central Standard Time, so join us. The image will pop up on the screen to tell you about that. Also, next Sunday is Fifth Sunday. Last month we had a Fifth Sunday. Was it last month? Yes, month before last. We had the wonderful Women of Infinity. We had an all-female energy infinity. Go track it down if you didn't see it. It was powerful. This Sunday, next Sunday, Fifth Sunday, we've got the MMI. We have the WWI. We got the MMI. That's the Marvelous Men of Infinity. So the brothers are going to be on holding it down, having a good conversation and energy going in. We invite you to tune in. Get your pens and papers and journals. It's going to be a great day. Our trunk or treat, we're not doing trunk or treat this year. It's canceled. It's canceled. No, but look, it's canceled in real life. Okay, it's not internet canceled because, internet canceled, you don't know what that means because it's a made-up space. It's physically canceled. Don't show up looking for trunk or treat because it's not happening this year. However, we're giving away some candy bags. On Sunday the 31st, next Sunday, Fifth Sunday. Sister Kanitha said from 1 to 2:30 p.m., we're giving away candy bags. Wear your costumes. Those of you who want to wear costumes, wear costumes. I am going to dress up as, on the 31st, I am going to dress up as an interspiritual leader. I'm going to dress up as a Southern interspiritual leader next week. Or maybe I'll go really creative. Maybe I'll dress up as a yoga instructor. Dressed like a Care Bear. I'm not dressing like a Care Bear. I do care. So we've got that. Like and share this page, y'all, if you enjoyed yourself today. We will have some interesting musical selections, Sister Michelle. She asked about next Sunday. We're going to have some interesting musical selections. I'm just going to tell you to tune in because the brothers got to hold it down next week. So tell everybody, tune in. Till I talk to you again, this has been Rev Jeff. As we play our song to exit on out, we speak that your life is going to continue to shine, that you're going to continue to love, that you're going to continue to go, to grow, to glow. And that as your third eye is open, listen, you might feel a little lightheaded, and that's fine. You might feel inspired, and that's even better. Go write today. Go walk. Go work on your purpose. Go reach out to somebody who needs to be encouraged. Put yourself in a space of growth and love and power. We're looking forward to seeing you again this time next week at the Infinity Fellowship. Go and tell a friend. Bring them along with you so they don't feel alone. So we speak that the love of God, that the peace and the power of our ancestors rest, rule, rock, and abide with you from this moment forward. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Till I talk to you again, we'll let the music play on out because we know we love to sing our song. But this has been Rev Jeff and the entire Infinity Fellowship family. Sister Kaditha, Sister Alicia, who was with us on the mats today, Brother Joshua Smith-Carr, running our technology today. Remember that if you get information in, it does become knowledge. When you put knowledge into action, it becomes wisdom. Till I see you again, be wise. I love you. And that's a fact you cannot change. Peace and blessings. Yeah. Today's a brighter day, and we are on our way. Then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God